Let's get right into it.
Number 10. Keeping money under your mattress is safe. This rule made some sense back when many people didn't trust banks or simply didn't have access to them. But today, leaving cash sitting at home is almost like putting an ice cream cone in the sun and expecting it to stay frozen. Even if no one steals it, there's a silent thief called inflation. Imagine you put $1,000 in a drawer today. A year later, it's still $1,000. Sounds great, right? Wrong, because prices have gone up. That means your money buys fewer things than it did before. It's like your money is losing weight without going on a diet. The ideal approach is to keep only a small amount of cash on hand for emergencies and let the rest grow in safe investments. Money sitting still works less than an intern on a Friday afternoon. Number 9. Buying a house is always the best investment. For decades, this phrase was repeated almost like a law of nature, but reality has become more complicated. Buying a home can be an excellent decision, or it can become a major financial burden. It all depends on the price, the location, interest rates, maintenance costs, and most importantly, your goals. Some people can invest the money they would have used as a down payment and rent a home while spending less than they would on a mortgage. In some situations, that makes more financial sense. That doesn't mean buying a house is a bad idea. It simply means it's no longer automatically the best investment for everyone. A house is a place to live. An investment is a different conversation. When those two things happen to align, that's great. When they don't, it's worth doing the math before falling in love with the gourmet patio. Number 8. Anyone with debt is making a mistake. Not all debt is the same. There's bad debt and there's smart debt. Taking out a low-interest loan to start a profitable business is very different from financing a new smartphone over 24 months just because it has a 200-megapixel camera. The issue isn't owing money. The issue is why you're borrowing and what it costs. Huge corporations carry debt. Governments carry debt. Even investors use credit strategically. The real problem begins when debt eats up your income without generating any return. That's when it turns into a snowball. And financial snowballs usually roll downhill toward a mountain called monthly bills. Number 7. Paying cash is always better. This rule sounds perfect, but it also has exceptions. Imagine your money is invested and earning more than the interest on a truly interest-free installment plan. Financially, it may be smarter to leave your money invested and pay over time. On top of that, keeping liquidity can be important when unexpected expenses arise. Of course, this requires discipline. Because a lot of people hear this and think, so I should finance everything? No. Using interest-free installments while your money keeps earning returns can make sense. Using installments because your credit card limit feels endless usually ends with a very unpleasant conversation with your statement. Number 6. One job for life is the safest path. For a long time, that was the goal for many people. Join a company while you're young. Retire from the same company decades later. Today, the job market has changed completely. Professions disappear, new careers emerge, technology evolves rapidly. People who keep learning are often more secure than those who simply stay in the same position for decades. Real stability is no longer found in the company. It's found in your ability to create value. Your greatest asset may not be your job title. It may be your ability to learn. Number 5. Investing is only for rich people. This may be one of the most expensive beliefs in history because it stops the very people who need it most from getting started. Today, there are investments you can begin with very little money. In many cases, you can start with less than the cost of a pizza. The secret isn't waiting until you're rich to invest. It's investing so you can build wealth over time. Compound interest loves two things: time and consistency. It doesn't ask how much you started with. It asks how long ago you started. Number 4. Retirement is a problem for the future. This rule worked when people had shorter life expectancies, and retirement systems were very different. Today, relying entirely on a government pension can be quite risky. The earlier you start investing for the long term, the less effort you'll usually need later on. There's a famous saying that captures this perfectly. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Investing works in much the same way, except this tree might pay dividends. Number 3. The more you earn, the richer you become. If that were true, there wouldn't be people earning huge salaries while drowning in debt. Wealth doesn't depend only on income. It depends mainly on the gap between what comes in and what goes out. Someone earning $5,000 a month who invests $1,000 every month can build wealth faster than someone earning 20,000 and spending 21,000. Lifestyle tends to grow alongside income. This is known as lifestyle inflation. You earn more, you spend more, and you still don't build wealth. It's like running on a treadmill. You put in the effort, but you stay exactly where you are. Number 2, save whatever is left at the end of the month. This sounds like a good strategy. In practice, it almost never works, because usually there's nothing left. The better approach is to reverse the order. Set aside your investment money first, then organize the rest of your expenses. It's the classic pay yourself first strategy. When investing becomes a priority instead of an afterthought, you're far more likely to stay consistent. Your future self will thank you. Your present self might complain a little, but it'll get over it, especially when it realizes it no longer has to count every coin at the end of the month. Number 1, you don't need to study money. This may be the outdated rule that still hurts people the most. We spend years studying math, language, geography, chemistry, yet many people reach adulthood without understanding investing, mortgages, compound interest, or financial planning. So they learn the most expensive way possible, by making mistakes. Financial education isn't just for people who want to become millionaires. It's for anyone who wants to make better decisions. Knowing how to manage money reduces stress, creates opportunities, and gives you more freedom. The good news is that it's never been easier to learn. There are books, courses, videos, podcasts, and an enormous amount of high-quality free content. The more you understand money, the less it controls your decisions. At the end of the day, many old financial rules didn't become outdated because they were bad. They simply came from a world that was completely different from the one we live in today. Before following any advice about money, ask one simple question. Does this still work today, or did it only work 30 years ago? That one question can help you avoid countless mistakes and keep a lot more money in your pocket. I hope to see you in the next video.